Welcome to the September 12th, 2022 meeting of the Historic Zoning Commission. I'd like to call the meeting to order. And we'll start with the minutes of July and August. And I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the July 11th minutes, which were in your packet. Is there?
Mr. Chair, I'll abstain from voting from July 11th minutes because I was not present.
Okay. Well, that brings an interesting question. 1, 2, 3.
Which is why we got stuck last.
No, we got 5. We got 5 with me.
I was not present.
You weren't? So, okay. We need to defer the July minutes then.
Yes.
So we will do that.
It says that Nick was here.
What?
I was there in August, but not because I
That's what's got right here.
Nick Mann, July.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I abstained from May. Or June. I was present in July. I'm sorry. I got my months confused.
That's all right. All right, we won't defer then. So why don't you make a motion then, since you,
Oh, well, then I will move to approve the minutes
All
in
right,
which I was
good.
present.
thank you, Nick. Is there a second to the next motion?
I second that.
Thank you, Kathy. Any discussion? All in favor, then please say aye.
Got your help
Aye.
with you.
Aye.
Cool.
And I'll wait on the next one until the 2 more members of the commission.
The road construction, I tell you.
And let the record show Mr. Denton and Mr. Lemare are here
We were coming the same way.
from downtown Nashville.
No, from Lewisburg Pike.
Oh, ooh. That's not a good sign. Okay. Well, then let's move on to the August 8th minutes.
Do we vote on that?
We voted on July.
Okay, all right.
We're on August the 8th minutes now. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Mr. Chair, so moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Nick. Any discussion on those? Then all in favor of those, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, we're now ready for announcements, and we've got 2 sets, Kelly and then Bill. And here's Miss Pierce. Somewhere.
There. That's it.
I'm Mary C. Sorry. You mind to pass that down?
Yep, swap.
Okay, Kelly?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our preservation planner is out unexpectedly today, so staff presentations and recommendations will still be provided. However, if there are technical questions beyond what's in the staff report, staff would recommend deferral until the next meeting.
Anything else? Okay, Bill.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to take the opportunity, if I may, to introduce everyone to the latest addition and newest addition to the city's law department, Gina Hendricks, who is present here with us.
Hi, welcome.
It is Gina's first day, so everyone please be nice. Talk to her. Feel free to greet her after the meeting and have a conversation. She's great, and we're excited to have her aboard.
You don't want us to grill her right now? Let her come
Please
up
do
to the
not
mic?
do that. We would like her to stay, so please, no grilling just yet.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to you.
Okay, now we're ready to place any non-agenda items on the agenda. And this process by design is reserved for emergency issues. These items would be considered only upon the unanimous approval of all Historic Zoning Commission members. Are there any emergency items? Hearing none, we're ready now for citizen comments on items not on the agenda. The Historic Zoning shall make no decision or consideration of action on citizens' comments on these items not on the agenda, except to refer the matter to the planning director for administrative consideration or to schedule the matter for Historic Zoning Commission consideration at a later date. Are there any citizens' comments for items not on the agenda? Okay, hearing none, then we're ready for item number 1. Zoning ordinance annual update, consideration of historic preservation ordinance rezoning recommendation request for 253 Natchez Street, the Franklin's Green Book House, 255 Natchez Street, Shorter Chapel AME Church, and 263 Natchez Street, Harris Community Life Center. City of Franklin applicant.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a rezoning request for 3 properties on Natchez Street. At the end of last year, Dr. Hill with Shorter Chapel AME Church reached out to staff requesting that these properties be included in the Historic Preservation Overlay District as part of our annual update that we undertake every year. They are Franklin's Green Book House, Shorter Chapel AME Church, and the Bezelia S. Harris Community Life Center. And I'll cover these 3 properties in the description. The first one is Franklin's Green Book House, located at 253 Natchez Street. It's a contributing structure to the Natchez Street National Register Historic District. It was built as a 1-story stone shotgun residence circa 1900. In the 1940s, the home was owned by Ruth and Ephraim Gaylor, and Mrs. Gaylor established the home as a Green Book House in the mid-1940s. She added a spare bedroom with its own entrance and listed the house in the Green Book under her name from 1956 to 1961. From all accounts, Ruth provided a safe and comfortable haven to visitors from all over the country. Shorter Chapel AME Church, located at 255 Natchez Street, is also a contributing structure to the Natchez Street National Register Historic District. The property serves as a vital spiritual and social organization in the neighborhood. The property includes a large red brick 2-story Victorian with an irregularly shaped plan built in 1925 with later side additions. The structure features a multi-gabled roof, glass block windows, and square 2-story tower with small white decorative wood steeple on the triangular brick base. The main entrance has modern double doors flanked by glass block front entrance. The 1979 side brick addition has a front gable roof and 2 windows. It's believed that the brick used for the construction was part of the congregation's original building, which was previously located on Church Street. The property also features a small 2-story white cement block building circa 1970. It's listed as non-contributing due to the date of construction at the time of the listing, but it may maintain appropriate building form or it does continue to maintain appropriate buildings form and scale within the overall, hold on a second. At the time of the passage, the outbuilding at 255 Natchez Street may now qualify for contributing status. Next, the building located at 263 Natchez Street is believed to have been constructed around 1900, but is not listed as contributing due to the overall district due to its alterations. It does, however, continue to maintain appropriate building form and scale for the neighborhood context. So the subject properties are located across the street from the circa 1881 historic Merrill Williams House, located at 264 Natchez Street, which was rezoned into the HPO at the request of the African American Heritage Society last year. The AAHS is fundraising to develop the Merrill Williams House into a heritage center for the Natchez neighborhood. Cumulatively, these properties demonstrate social, cultural, and architectural significance to the neighborhood, and it is recommended that the Historic Zoning Commission make a motion to recommend approval to the Planning Commission and BOMA for the proposed HPO district rezoning. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any citizens that wish to comment on this application? Hearing none, we're ready for a motion then from the commission.
I'd like to make a motion.
Thank you, Lisa.
I'll second it.
Enthusiastic.
I'm sorry.
It's because you're enthusiastic.
We're
too.
both enthusiastic.
Yes, we
yeah.
are. I enthusiastically recommend that the HCC make a motion to recommend approval to the FMPC and BOMA for the proposed HPO district rezoning.
Thank you. And we have a second.
I will second that motion.
I got you down already.
I'm
Thank you.
glad she went the way I thought she was going.
It was very well articulated.
Yes, indeed.
Any discussion?
Well, I would just say that in the the near view shed of this, there has been a lot of demolition. So this is incredibly important.
Anything else? Ready to vote? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Next.
Item 2 is consideration of a recommendation request to the Board of Zoning Appeals related to floodplain construction standards at 728 Fair Street. The amount of proposed investment into the property triggers the substantial improvement value, which in accordance with the zoning ordinance requires that the elevation of the entire structure be raised to no lower than 3 feet above the base flood elevation if the structure is to be used for a residential use, and it is zoned residentially. The applicant is requesting a variance to keep the building's finished floor elevation in its current location, its current height above or below the base flood elevation in order to maintain the building's historic status. Variances may be issued for the repair and rehabilitation of historic structures upon the determination that the proposed repair or rehab will not preclude its continued designation as a historic structure. The subject building is a circa 1915 pyramidal cottage that contributes to the historical and architectural integrity of the Hinchyville National Register District. The guidelines comment on foundation height compatibility as related to infill construction. The foundation height required without issuance of a variance would also require significant change to the historic residence through the creation of a more substantial porch and several additional risers with landings, all of which would likely not fit due to the location of the property line in relation to the existing porch location. The change would significantly alter the character-defining features of this building and therefore compromise its historic status. And I'll go ahead and bring up an image that depicts what the change would result in if the building were raised 3 feet above the base flood elevation, which is the highest red line that you can see on the screen. So it is recommended that the Historic Zoning Commission provide a favorable recommendation to the Board of Zoning Appeals for the upcoming variance request to maintain the building's finished floor elevation as it exists currently with the conditions in the staff report. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. McCreary.
Hello.
Hello.
So as you can see from the images, we are doing a completely interior renovation. We are not doing anything to the exterior of the home. We are renovating the kitchen and master bath, and we did trigger, due to the size we are, the FEMA regulation rule. So the images kind of speak for itself. I think the last image in this set is the most powerful one because you can see where it would be completely out of scale with the historical neighborhood. So it is with that we ask that you guys recommend to the BZA that we stay at our existing FF&E.
Thank you. Are there any citizens who wish to comment on this application? Hearing none, need a motion from the commission.
Mr. Chair, I move to provide a favorable recommendation to the BZA for the building's finished floor elevation request with all staff conditions.
Second that.
Thank you, Tom. Any comments? Kathy?
I'd like to commend Ms. Amanda for always giving us great graphics, to the point presentation, and it makes our job a lot easier, so thank you for that.
Pull that
And
mic. Kathy, pull that
just-
mic down.
just saved a sweet little cottage, so thank you.
Any other comments? Susan?
The only comment I would have is, how did this house fare in 2010 flood?
This was not the owner currently was not the owner in 2010, but it's our understanding that it did not flood in 2010. It came up to the back door of the home, but it did not get into the home. We, this is actually a little bit of an interesting predicament because we were issued a building permit before this happened as a just got out of sequence a little bit. But we did start demoing the walls as well before this came into play, and there's no indication on any of the studs or anything on the interior of the home from what we've demolished to show us any kind of flood issues. We have seen that before in homes where we
Right.
take out walls, we'll see the line, and we haven't seen any indication of such.
Right. So I just came back from the National Lines Preservation Commissions and did like 3 sessions on flooding. And so I'm kind of, like raised my eyebrow on this. But I would just suggest that you maybe do something that, not, do anything with the elevation, but maybe put in those, I guess there are events that allow this kind of thing, so do
Right.
some preventive things, so that you don't have to worry about this. But we saw a lot of, in these presentations, a lot of houses that were raised up just like this. And, but, again, it's not going to work with the other neighbor. But I would recommend that you think about some mitigation, when you're doing this.
Yeah, and definitely if there's any kind of, in my experience, I worked in a floodplain a lot in a historic neighborhood in Virginia, and there's a lot of opportunities out there, especially when you're adding on, because that's where you're displacing the water that it's coming. But
Right.
we're interior, and this actually steps up. The main portion, the historic portion of the house is up 2 stairs to a piece that's off the back, and this whole portion is in even the higher end of the home.
And Randy can confirm this, but I believe because it's in the flood, because it's in the floodplain, it will be required to have the vents.
I think it's just for new construction.
Yeah,
You
we're
can
not,
add it on footprint.
we're not doing anything to the exterior of the building. It's a kitchen.
Well, Mr. Chair, while we're on this subject, I think there are opportunities too for the city to look at mitigation efforts. I know there's empty properties in that area, and there are opportunities within our town to look at being preventive as they continue to do road and developments and improvements.
What is right behind that house? Is there a creek or is it just low?
It's low.
Yeah.
From what I understand, and actually the larger historic brick home to the right of it,
Yes.
it's
yeah.
property L's. So that property actually goes beyond and then circles back to, what is that, 9th Street? So they even have more property between them, and it's that area of New 96
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
low.
Yep, okay.
But to answer your question, Mr. Roberts, the town creek runs right
Right.
beside
Okay,
Yeah.
that's, okay.
the
Town
old,
Creek.
the old brick house.
Okay. All right, anything else?
I just have a quick question. You said that due to the size of the work, or the,
It has to do with the monetary value.
the monetary, that's what triggered the FEMA.
That's how expensive kitchens are now.
Yeah, it's really,
That's what this speaks to, is how expensive kitchens and bathrooms
kitchens and
are.
baths, it is. I
Yes.
mean, it's a complete interior
I see, okay.
project,
All
and
right,
yeah,
thank
it was the monetary amount.
That's what caught my eye, that kitchen and a bath, and we're talking half the home's assessed value.
And it's
is-
half the assessed value of the improvement of the house, so the
Right.
land doesn't take into consideration as well. And this is a small cottage, and so when you have a small one-bedroom down cottage, and we're renovating the kitchen and the bath against that, it's just not a lot to go up against. That's what I was meaning by the size.
Okay, anything else? Ready to vote? All in favor of the motion to give a favorable recommendation to the Board of Zoning Appeals, then please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous.
Thank
Done.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This can't be happening. Any other items for the evening? Okay, need a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Oh,
That's too quick. Oh, wait a minute, Mary's got a
that's a
comment.
little quick. I did think of something, and I don't know where it's appropriate, maybe to ask it to be on an agenda, but there are improvements being made to the clubhouse on the eastern flank Battlefield Park, and I believe that that is in historic overlay zoning. So if there would be an opportunity for us to look at that.
That's a city-owned property, I'll have to,
And I don't know
defer
if
it
this
to the
is the
city staff.
appropriate place to say that, but under other business, I suppose.
We've already started following up on that and have
Okay.
been in communication with the Parks
Good.
Department, and we'll follow up with you as well.
Good.
Okay, anything else? Then Tyler's given us a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.